Or do we want to get on Tiger Ruby, who is at the Bull Roarer's Sword, which is down at heading up the hill to do um, North Cotton. You might want to do North Cotton. I would say probably North Cotton. I love North Cotton Quest. I really do. It's I'd say it's probably my favorite. Really. I don't know. Anyway, if you're wondering, since I'm on Laurelin server, this is a gift from a friend from far lands away in Rohan and wherever I got this other stuff from. The boots are Bjorning boots. The gloves are from the Winter Festival. The chess piece a friend gave me, so I'm not positive where I got it from. I mean, where it's from, I think Gondor, but I'm not positive. The shoulders, again, someone gave. I don't think I've ever actually used those before. So it was quite interesting getting those. But then this is part of the Rohan set that you get. So I had to explain that to somebody the other day. I was like, he was like, "Where'd you get that outfit?" And I'm like, "Oh, right. Yeah. Most hobbits wouldn't actually be wearing this, would they? Yeah. Friend. Friend. Speak friend and enter." Oh, goodness. That is a terrible way of riddling the door. Speak friend and enter. Only an elf would have come up with that. You know it wasn't the dwarves. Dwarves didn't come up with that saying. It's his life. Anywho, here is Miss Tiger Ruby, who is actually very close to being Zordon on Landy, but that name was taken over here, so she is Tiger Ruby. Tiger Eye Ruby is technically her name, her middle name. But, life goes on. Alright, so we need to talk to Albin Northcotton. Notice our quest is yellow. So that means it starts at level 30, but we are level 28, so yay. Thankfully, I know these quests really well, and there's only like one quest toward the end that is going to be a little tricky, but we'll see if we level by then. Gardner, Nod Gardner, uh, is the guy that gave us this quest to go talk to Albion. So we're gonna go up and talk to Albion. To get to Albion, we have to go back down the road toward the Shire, and then head up the road. And there's this little, if you're in a group and you want to summon people here, there is a summoning horn. Apparently minimum level of 10. So as long as they're level 10 or above, you can summon them here. I am not going to summon anybody because I don't have anybody else that's up this high. Not on this server anyway. Okay, so to kind of explain what's going on here, there is an instance called North Cotton Farm. You don't get to level 65. This glowy thing is the entrance to that instance. Okay. Honestly, I'm not sure why the door is open. But anyway, that is the level 65 area of this particular area. So the level 30 area is much different. It's cleaner, actually in use, rather. Now, the hardest thing we're going to have to deal with here is these shrews. And as you can see, they're only 615 health. So it's not that big a deal right now. But we gotta kick it all off by talking to Albion, because nobody else has got quests. But I do love North Cotton Farm. Here we have some crows. Caw, caw. Okay, so this is kind of the starting point, the North Cotton Market area. And this is kind of the starting area. So when you have to kind of come back here about twice usually, or 3 times.
Just a moment.
Are you here to help? There's so much to do in order to get ready for the market. And if you're not fully repped with the Matham Society, which is the Hobbits, the Shire, this set of quests will give you Matham credits. So a lot of Matham credit.
Please stay a moment.
Always good to have. We are terribly behind this year. Almost nothing has been done, and I do not know how we can possibly get it all done. The harvest has not been the greatest, so we have been spending all of our time trying to get what did grow to stay alive. In order to have a proper farmers market, there are many things that must still be that we must still have. We have to have pies and premier pipeweed. We need to clean the place up and get the animals ready for petting. We also told Nibs he could participate this year, and I hear he's had some trouble as of late. If you could help us get all of this ready, we would greatly be in your debt. This may be the last year we can have the Scott market, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure it's the best. So why can't I use that? Oh, right. I'm on the warden. Oh, goodness. I was like, hey, good. I got a grace. Wait a minute. She doesn't use that. She uses this. She's a spear people. Okay, so anyway, we can get some really good weapons through this. So we gotta help Rosa Brockhouse, Milo Longfurrow, Gerard Deepole, Blossom Gamgee, Nibs and Hal Gamgee with their troubles. I always leave Nibs and Hal to last because they're outside the area, and like I said, that is the quest line that is the hardest to get done. Okay. But we can go help everybody else. Main way down is this way. And so the first guy you can go back and find is actually Milo Longfurrow. He's right around the corner. The easy way is to jump down. If you want to get out of here, you have to get that way. Gathering up the equipment and lights for the market. Now, lights for the market only appears at night. So if you start this quest line during the day, you won't see this one. So
good day. Might I have a word with you?
Thankfully, it is night, and so we can actually have that quest. All right, gathering up the equipment. We have been in full production for a while now and focusing on the harvest, making sure we have enough for the farmer's market has meant we haven't had time to keep up with making the farm look nice. If we are to have guests, we will want to make sure appearances are tip top. The first thing to clean up is the tools. We just finished the harvest, and there are tools strewn over many of the fields. Hoes, sickles, trowels, and pitchforks have been left lying about. If you could wander the fields and pick up all of the tools you find, then bring them back. That would be a great help. So we need hoes, sickles, trowels, and pitchforks. All right. And our lights for the market. Lights for the market is not required. It's kind of a side quest.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
But it is a nice quest. We cannot have this. We just cannot. Did you see how dark it is here? The market lasts well into the night, even after second supper sometimes. Second supper. Yummy. If people cannot see where they're going, someone could get hurt. The lamps along the pathways need to be lit and to stay that way. If you go out and light them for me, I would appreciate it greatly. And you can only do this quest at night. So if it gets morning, we're kind of stuck. I have to wait for the next night. Okay, so here's our pitchfork. And sometimes when I'm doing, as I was talking about with farming, you can have the select next button. And sometimes I actually do that, hit the select next button so that I can see if there's something like a trowel in a field that I don't see. And here we have the light post, so I can go ahead and do my light. Yay, we lit a lamp. And there's a lot of them, so we have to make sure to keep on top of our light posts. Here's a trowel. There's a hoe. We've found a hoe. And we have a light post here. There's a light post down there too. I guess we should go down, get them while we're here. Another light. Go get the sickle. And they don't move around. They're in the same places, so it's not too bad. Alright, our next hobbit that we're going to meet, we're going to leave light post for right now, is Gerard Depot.
Stay and have some tea.
The market is more than just a place to come and buy and sell things from the farm. It's also a chance to experience farm life, to see what it's like to work the land. I don't know why he's gone Irish. One of the most important parts of that is letting the little ones feed and pet the animals. This is a major event for them. Many of them have seen these animals before, but never gotten a chance to get up close. There's a lot of work to do before the animals are ready, though. First, up are the sheep. They got out of their pen in a storm last week, and I need your help gathering them back up. They're pretty docile. If you go up and talk to them, they'll sure follow you for a short bit. Just lead them back to the pen. So this is part one of a lot of quests with this guy. So I usually try to accept other quests as I'm doing his quest in this area. Because there is 2 or 3 hobbits in this area. Alright, so we got another lamppost here. Trowel. And now we have rings over sheep, so we've got a lot of rings around here. So our sheep work like this. We talk to the sheep, and then they follow us around, literally. And you can outrun the sheep. They will run over fences. They will pay you no mind. And you can outrun them. But the point is, you have to lead them back to right here in this gap. Okay? And when you do, then this sheep appears. And usually some other sheep, so... Yep. Always something. Bye-bye, white sheep. Lots of them about. You gotta gather them up before the farmer goes out. Okay, I'm not a poet. Anyway, we've got a lot of sheep around here. But, let me get this light. The next hobbit we're going to talk to is Rosa Brockhouse.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I am supposed to make several pies for the market, but I haven't had time to gather up all the ingredients that I need to begin baking. The first step is to make the crust. For that, we will need a few things. But the first is flour. To make that, we will need to gather some wheat, and then bring it to the windmill for grinding. Wheat can be found in the fields here at the North Garden Farm. Adolf Tunley is at the windmill to the west. So we literally have to go get wheat for pies. I mean, we get every ingredient eventually. There's a lot of quests here. A lot of quests. So let's take our sheep back. Sheep, sheep, sheep. And you can't do multiple sheep, I don't think. I tried it one time and it didn't work. There, sheep. Sometimes you can see both of them at once, the one that appears and the one that's following. Kind of interesting. And of course I run into a fence. Now I'm just going to do what's here in this area. Because we're going to eventually have to come back. Three. You can see my sheep is very late getting here. Got another light post. What time are we getting? Evening. I think we got enough time to do these. There's a sheep. You got a sheep. Do 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 do. Bye bye, white sheep. Meh. And actually, since I'm out of combat, I can do my forced march and really speed it up. I love wardens. Alright.
How do you do?
Good! With all the sheep in, we can turn to the next step. Chasing chickens.
Stay and have some tea.
The sheep are all set, and the next step is the chickens. The children don't so much get to pet those, but they do enjoy throwing feed in and watching them run around like crazy trying to get it all. The chickens got out the same storm that sheep did last week, and like the sheep, they won't follow you. You'll have to grab them and carry them back over here. They're squirmy though, so move quick. So, gather up 4 chickens. Actually, that's the sound of a very happy chicken. When they start singing like that, they're actually very happy. So yeah, just like we did, go pick up a chicken, bring it in. I believe I saw a couple down here. Chicken. Now I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit with these chickens. As you can see, I has chicken. But carrying a chicken is quick, so you gotta make sure you get in time, or they don't count. Okay, let's go back up. Now we're gonna head over here. And this is a place where we'll find pipeweed later. Again, we've got crows over here. So, yay. Here we've got our stalks of wheat started. And there's quite a few of them, so we don't have to really worry about the wheat so much. In other words, where to get the wheat, but we do need 8 of them. There's trowel. And definitely make sure you've got room for a lot of quests when you do this, because you can have probably a good 5 or 6 going at once at least. Come on, collect. Thank you. Leggy. Stop being leggy. There we go. Ooh, sickle. We need a sickle. The sickle is a curved blade instrument used for cutting wheat. So, of course, they would be found here. We have found all the sickles. We have not gotten all the wheat yet. Need a bit more. As you can see, we have a lot here. I like to get this one because the trowel's right there. And it's kind of hard to see if you don't. Okay, so like she said, we have to bring the stalks of wheat to this lady. Adolf. Edie. I don't know. Miss Tunley.
Good day.
You want to have this wheat here ground into flour? I can certainly do that for you. It's going to take some time, though, and I can't guarantee you'll get all of it back. We've been having trouble with the rats getting into the windmill and eating the white wheat and flour. We always seem to end up short, no matter how much we put in. If you could scare off a bunch of these little rodents, I can make it sure that you get all the flour you need.
Sure. Only problem is, we now have to kill scavenging rats. Alright, so I'm going to use every skill imaginable. And as you can see, it didn't matter. The biggest thing is don't have them swarm you. Thankfully, they're very placid, but like if you've got AoE skills, might be best to tone them down a bit so you don't have the whole bunch of rats coming after you. This is also, if you want to get some XP going, this is also a good place to do that.
How do
Though,
you do?
you know, there are people who need those 4 rats, so, you know, you don't want to hog all the rats.
You're back just in time. I just finished up grinding the wheat. Looks like you've got plenty for flour for those pies.
Yes. Don't have any rat turds in it. Ugh. Hate that. Now, since we're already here, it's always best to kind of go around the corner here and get this started because this is the last one of the line. The last quest of the line. It's the farthest top it out. This is Blossom Gamgee.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Pipeweed smoking is older than you and I. It is a tradition long held by us hobbits. Pipeweed is a plant we grow here in the North Cotton Farm. It is a particular leaf, different from the southern farms in the Shire. The time has come to harvest and dry the pipeweed to get it ready for the market. This is a multiple step process, and each part must be handled with care. The first step is to pick the pipeweed. There are still some fields that we have not picked yet. While you're out there, drive off some crows that have been taking what few leaves we have left. I gotta get leaves and crows. Now, these fields are around the corner. Like, there's nothing here. So we gotta go back around the corner where we saw the pipeweed earlier. And while we're going, we better get this pitchfork before we forget it. We got 2 more hoes and 1 more pitchfork to get. Oh, pitchfork. Oh, wait, that's in the other field. I can't get to it from here. Pipeweed, 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 pipeweed. There we go. Now we're in the right field. Okay, so this is our pipeweed field. Very pitiful little tobacco plants. And yes, crows do sound this way. Now the crows are a little hardier than the rats. So you do have to be careful. And again, if you've got AoE skills, make sure you're taking out one at a time and not near anybody else so you don't get overwhelmed. Which, you know, you think, oh, it's only got 600 health. It's fine. It's fine. But if you're under level, it's kind of a test of how good your character is at DPS.
Wardens are very good at it. That's the last of the pipeweed we need, but we need 3 more crows. Bring the pipeweed to Blossom Gamgee, who is back around the corner. And I like to do all of her quests together for the fact that, like I said, she's the farthest hobbit, and you don't usually... Her quest line doesn't cross with the other people's very much. We found a hoe! Can't say that very often these days. A farming implement. We have found a farming implement. Okay, we gotta talk to Blossom. Blossom! Blossom!
Hello there.
This smells wonderful. It is the last harvest of the season.
Which, according to what my dad used to tell me about tobacco, the first leaves are decent. The second leaves have a higher tobacco, higher nicotine level, and like the last ones, the little leaves, have the most tobacco. I mean, the most nicotine in it. So this is the high stuff.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I think we have just enough here to do what we must. The next step is to sort the pipeweed out. We've got a couple of barrels over there. Pipeweed gets sorted by the quality and the size of the leaf. The larger the leaf, the subtler and softer the taste. The smaller the leaf, the stronger and more bitter the flavor. Use the 3 bins to sort out the pipeweed you picked earlier. Okay. And it doesn't matter. You can just click on one. Literally, it does not matter. Just click on 3 barrels. Yep. Come on.
Good day.
Everything is sorted, and not a leaf out of place, I hope.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Now that the leaves are sorted, the next step is to dry them. The longer the pipeweed dries, the stronger the taste becomes. It also darkens the color of the smoke. Once it's dried, we'll blend different amounts of dried and fresh pipeweed to make some unique flavors. That's how you get the best out of the plant. The drying racks are just around the corner to the northeast, and there's already some pipeweed on it. Add what you've sorted to the racks. And we found another hole. Oops. Sorry. I don't quite know how to mute this now. I guess there's a way. It's going to be interesting. I have a new microphone, that's why I'm debating how to work it. So in most of America, I don't know how other countries deal with it, tobacco is put into a barn that allows it to dry like that.
Hello there.
Good, now comes the best part. Time for samples.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
You cannot put a product out without thoroughly testing and sampling. You have to make sure that what you're selling is only the best. I've put together 3 blends on the table here. One
that is all freshly picked pipeweed, one that is all dried pipeweed, and the other that is half and half blend. Take this pipe and sample the blends. If you think they are good, then I will agree that they should be sold at the market. Yay. So anyway, this is one of the few times I actually do smoke on my, because you can't advance the quests, you know. So anyway, we have got the orange bag, and it keeps turning me around. So that one blows smoke rings. The fresh pipeweed has a soft, smooth taste. This one is still smooth, but the taste is deep and lingers. Your lungs burn at the harsh, thick flavor.
Hello there.
So the first was smooth, the second flavorful, and the third you couldn't quite handle? Sounds like we're ready for the market then. Yes, great.
Could I take a moment of your time?
And as you can see, this is the final quest. So the final quest of any of the hobbits is go back and talk to Albion that, yes, we're ready. So we are ready for the market. All 3 blends are of exceptional taste and flavor, and we have enough to last at least the first day, assuming we don't smoke it all ourselves first. Go to the market grounds and let Albion know the pipeweed for the market is ready. Okay. So we're now done completely with this area, as far as that goes. So, as we're rushing around, I'm going to take a quick break so I can get some drink. And we're going to put this here. And we'll be right back. And you'll probably be able to hear me because, you know, that's the way it goes. Alright. Someday I will figure out how to mute this microphone. Someday. Not today. There we go. Um, um, hmm. Okay. Oh. All right, we are getting back. Let me get my ears on. Clear out the lungs. All right, we're back, and we are going to be talking to Rosa Brockhouse, who sent us for some flour. as soon as it decides to work.
Hello there.
This flour is perfect. Soft and fluffy, not lumpy. Very nice job. Now on to the filling.
Stay and have some tea.
I've started working with the flour to make the crust for the pie, but I don't have anything to fill it with. Can you imagine an air pie? Wouldn't be very filling, I would imagine. I use grape jam to fill my pies. There are some vineyards here in the farm where you can pick fresh grapes, which will then need to be crushed. To crush them, you will want to place them in the tubs in the vineyard, then dance upon them. I know it sounds like madness, but it does make the texture perfect and feels so fun between your toes. After they are crushed, bring them to Theobald Longfellow. He will add some syrups and sugars to make the perfect jam. The vineyard is north from here. Start by picking the grapes. You can't have jam without grapes. We'll haul a chicken while we're at it. Let's go haul a chicken. Still got 2 more to get. Oops. I always love it hauling a chicken and you jump and you've got it with one hand. What are you doing to me? And yes, you can hold a chicken like that, actually. Chicken doesn't like it so much, but actually they don't mind it if you set them up to where they look normal and just hold their legs. They don't mind it as much, but chickens are weird. Chickens are very weird animals. Alright, so up here is our wonderful grapevines, and there's a whole bunch of them. So I like this area, which has 6 grapevines in a row, and all you have to do is like stand right in the middle of them, and then I'm cheating. Of course, you have to face the target. Okay, so we have collected our grapes. Here's our crushing tub. Put it in it. Now, we have to stand in the tub. And if nothing else, for my own sanity, I'm going to take my boots off. I know I'm a hobbit. I know I'm not supposed to have boots on, but there's a lot of things. Whoops, wrong thing to do. There we go. As far as hobbits go, in the Shire, I don't mind not having shoes. In some places, though, shoes are kind of a necessity. Yay, we've crushed them. Oops. You need to stop dancing in order to pick them back up. There we go. You have a batch of freshly crushed grapes ready to be made into jam. Yay. Anyway, there is a lot outside the borders of the Shire that, you know, if they lived outside the Shire, then they would wear boots as well, is what I'm saying.
How do you do?
How do you do? You crushed these pretty well, almost too well. You still want a few chunks here and there to give the jam and the pie a good consistency. Let's see, a little more sugar, some syrup. Stir that up, some rhubarb. See the lid, and there you go. Jam fit for a pie. Notice they put rhubarb in it. Rhubarb. This is not grape jam. This is grape and rhubarb. Okay. Just pointing that out. It's got rhubarb in it. Alright, since we're here, let's get the chicken that's on his roof. Take it around the corner. And actually, you can wait on the chickens for one more round because we'll be right back here. Oops, I was supposed to talk to him. Sorry.
A lovely day, isn't it?
The little ones love to watch the chickens run around trying to get all the corn they can throw in for them.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Now that the chickens are all in their pens and ready, we can turn to the next animal on the list, the pigs. The pigs didn't get out. They had the chance to, but that would have meant they'd have to stop just lying around. But things have been dry since the storm, and their wallow is more dust and dirt than mud. Everyone loves to see a pig roll in the mud, almost as much as the pigs love to do it. There's a bucket near the pond nearby. Use it to bring a few pailfuls over to the pen to get it nice and wet and muddy. We have to mud the pigs. So all of these quests kind of keep in the same area. I do, however, need to find that last lamp before the sun comes up. Where is the last lamp? Is it up this way? No, I think once you get past this point, there's no more lamps, which is really annoying. Oh, I bet it's up by the Albion. We'll probably have to go back up to Albion to get the last lamp. Alright.
Good day.
This jam is delicious. Usually we'd let it sit and thicken for a few days before using it, but we don't have time for that this year. Now I believe eggs is next on the list.
Stay and have some tea.
Eggs are used to make a wash that goes over the top of the pie. This makes the cook golden brown and gives the top that delicious crunch. Eggs, of course, are laid by chickens. You can find them over by the animal pens to the east. I'll need several eggs if I'm going to make all the pies I need for the market. So, gather eggs. All the fun stuff. Do 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 do. Oops, wrong animal pens. I was just there too. So as you can see, we have lots of eggs we can get.
How do you do?
Just enough to meet my needs. Excellent.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
The final thing I need is butter. It's the most important of all the ingredients. It will bind the flour for the crust, thicken the jam into filling, and the eggs into the wash. Butter is made by first milking the cows. Once you have enough milk, go to the butter churn and begin churning. It may take some time, but you'll know it's ready once it begins to thicken. The cows are at a farm just east of here. The churn is not far from them. So that one I like to do after I've done a whole other thing. So we must get the water buckets done next. And now we're carrying a bucket of water. Buckets of water. And we can kind of take a detour over here and throw it into the pen through the wall, apparently. Yeah. Mudding the pigs, mudding the pigs. We actually never had pigs, so I don't deal with pigs very often. This is the only time I've ever mudded pigs. There's actually another quest during the festival where the mayor, I think it's a farmer's festival, the mayor Whitefoot, or whatever his name is, from the Shire, is trying to eat, doing a taste testing thing. And, he's sitting there and he's like, oh, that was a perfect dish. Well, you don't do anything. That one needs some salt. And so you get a handful of salt and throw it at him. It's like, you just throw it at him. Here, have a handful of salt. Oh, I really would like a wine with that. You throw wine at him. And the best part is when he's like, hot, spicy. You get a bucket of water and do this. All over him. And it's like, why? Why are we throwing water at this guy?
How do you do?
I can hear the happy grunting from here.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
The pigs are the happiest I've seen in a long time. I think the mud is the thickest I've ever seen. They will be happy in their wallow. There's one last animal on the farm we need to take care of. The cows. There's not much we need to do. Then bring some feed over and fill the troughs. We've had some problem with feed lately, though. Shrews. If you could drive off a bunch of the shrews while you're picking the feed, then fill the troughs, I think the animals will be ready for the market. Alright, so this one kind of sends us back toward the beginning. And in doing so, we will get the last lamp and get that quest done, turned in, before dawn. Because we're already at the late watches, and I want to make sure this is done. Our feed bags are to the south. I believe the other one is up here. Here it is. There's our last lamp post. And we actually have a Senka quest from Milo Longfurrow, who is down here. Hello, Milo.
How do you do?
So, the paths are all lit. Good. Now, for those wandering after dessert, have nothing to fear.
Good day.
With these cleaned up and steriled for the winter, we can now focus on some other areas that need a little help.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
With the tools put away and the fields in good shape, I want to make sure that the market grounds are ready for everyone who will come. The layout of all the tables and stalls is good. I haven't had time to clean up around the edges, though. A lot of weeds have grown up around there over the summer. If you could go and pull these for me, I would really appreciate it. It will help the main market area look so much nicer. So we gotta pull weeds. Now that is an anytime we're at it quest. So we will put that one off right now. And down here is our feed bags and our thieving shrews. Again, if you get AoE in the middle of that, you got 5 shrews trying to kill you, so kind of best to do this individually. Especially if you're not fully used to dealing with your class yet, and how to fight. Get back here. Where are you going? Get back here. Get back here. You shrew. Get back here. Get back here. Okay, so now we've got 2 quests together. And the 2 quests together is the gathering butter and the feeding of the cows. And those 2 I really try to get together because it makes life so much simpler. Okay, so when we get into the cow pen, the troughs are along the edge here, and the cows are here. And because we have both quests, they're right nicely next to each other. So we can then kind of move over. Cow. Back up a little. Trough. Cow. And this is the farthest away I would recommend milking cows. Of course, it's already in use and we're lagging. There we go. Wow. That's cow for, I think you're doing something that's okay, but I'm not positive about that. Alright. So now we got Gerald's quest, Gerard's quest done.
Hello there.
With the troughs filled and the cows fed, the animals are now all ready for the market. Now we can
Stay
fish.
and have some tea.
Sheep and chickens are back in their pens. The pigs have been mudded and the cows are fed. I dare say we are ready for the market. Please go and let Albion know. Well, right here we have to churn some butter. Butter, butter, butter. And you can actually just keep going back and forth between them all. It's like the fireworks thing. There we go. Just stir the 3 of them. Alright, so now we gotta bring the butter back. We're bringing butter back.
A lovely day, isn't it?
The fresher the butter, the better the pies, I always say. Now, let's put these pies in the oven.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I think these are some of the best pies I've ever made. The crust is fluffy, the filling is thick, and the smell is delicious. We best be getting these over to the market gowns quick before the rest of the farm starts coming around trying to eat them. Do me a favor and take them over and set them up on the tables. Then let Albion know that the pies are ready.
You have been a great help. So, we've got to do the pulling weeds is also in that area, so that'll be helpful. We're kind of a little behind on Milo's quest line because he does have one more, but then we also have Howl, Gamgee, and Nibs to deal with. So we will get there. Now, there's two ways to get up there. You can go that way or this way. I think this one's shorter, but who knows? You gotta make sure to get these weeds. And put some stuff on the table. More weeds. More table. More weeds. Oops. Weed. Get weed. Weed. Table. When you work on a farm, there's a lot of terms that when you get into city life, a lot of people are saying that you're like, okay, wait, I know what a weed is. Wait, what are you talking about? And then, it just sort of goes downhill from there. Especially if you're talking about certain farm implements, which we've been gathering. Alright, so that's all of our weeds. Animals have been tended.
Is there something I can do for you?
Animals are ready, you say? Well, we may just well do this year. Yay, 29.
Is there something I can do for you?
One more piece of the puzzle is in place. We'll be ready for the farmer's market soon. I forgot his accent, sorry.
Hello.
Hello. The sweet smell of fresh pipeweed is almost as nice as the smell of fresh baked pie. Almost. So, we gotta talk to Milo Longfurrow because we're down to Milo Longfurrow and Nibs and Howl Gamgee's quest. So, yay!
A lovely day, isn't it?
Good. The market ground is in fair shape. Now, a surprise for the kids.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
The market grounds are mostly ready, but there's another thing we must do first. There will be many small hobbit children who come to the market, and they love to wander the farm. The thing they like seeing the most, after the animals, are the scarecrows in the field. I haven't had time to put them out yet this year. You can find the scarecrows behind the farmhouse to the east. If you could gather them up and place them in the fields, the children would be delighted. Okay, let's see. Clicking the right thing. There we go. Now, he says to the east, and it is east, but you have to go up and back around. So this is kind of like the back area. Also, if you are doing the level 65 North Cotton quest, this is where you end up starting. Okay. And it looks much different. So then you start going up this way for the beginning of that quest. And actually have to do something in here. But it's always kind of fascinating to me when you have an instance of an area and have it so different from the original, but yet you can see kind of the outlines of the original area and find it, on your own time in landscape. So North Cotton Quest, very irritating as far as the instance goes, but kind of nice to be able to see it from the not so crazy side of the instance. So you don't have to worry about fighting the crows. The first few times I did this, I literally fought all the crows. You don't need to. All you need to do is just go up to the mound of dirt, use it, and the crows fly off. Which that one's not doing. Apparently not impressed with my crowing ability here. Okay, we've got the scarecrows already. There is a mound of dirt. These will be impressed. Here is a scarecrow. Go away. There we go. See, that's how it works. But there's 3 over here, so. And they're very Robin Hood looking scarecrows. Kind of interesting. Our little bounder hat, I guess. And our little bag of arrows. It's definitely an interesting thing. And there should be one more this way, which is the backside place we don't usually go. Over here in this field. Go away, crow. There. So now we gotta talk to Milo again.
How do you do?
The children will love seeing the scarecrows. It gives them a happy little fright.
Stay and have some tea.
With the scarecrows in place, there's only one last thing I want to do. I wandered by the market area, and while it looks nice, I think it could use some sprucing up. I'd like to add some flowers to the area. That will give it a splash of color, brightness, and cheer. I think that will finish the lot preparations. I noticed several flowers around the farm that I think would look very good at the market grounds. Gather some up and place them in the planters. Be careful, though. I don't know what else might come crawling up out of that hole you make when you yank the flower out. Hint, hint. Okay, so there's flower there. I think there's one down here. Or not. I thought there was one here. Very weird. I thought there was one down farther. They're kind of scattered everywhere, so you have to go and get them. And what do you get? A whole bunch of biting sandflies. I think it's good manners just to get rid of the crazy things, because you never know. I don't think they attack people, but it's best to just dispose of them so nobody else has to deal with the crazy things. Here's a flower. And all the flowers have these, I think. And they are more difficult to fight than some of the things, so... If you are greatly under level, they may not be for you. And you may not be able to get through the last quest without help from Gamgees. Anyway.
Swarmed outfit.
There's another flower. And the last flower. And there is a couple more scattered around. But these are the ones I know the best. So now we get to plant 5 flowers in 6 bins, basically. Why? I don't know. But 'tis life. So I always try to figure out. It really annoys me because, oh, good, get the enmity of the spires and we can return to Michael Delving. Yay. But this always annoys me, and you'll see why in a minute, because all the planters, for the most part, are in sets of 2. So you got 1. Well, you've got 2 here. You've got 2 here. You've got 2 up here. And 2 down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very annoying. Anyway. There's the 1. I think they're irises. They look like irises. Like the iris plants you get for your house look the same. So I kind of skipped the one that's over there on that side. So I don't have to worry about it. Alright, talking to Milo to finish that one up. I always wish there was a way of jumping over this wall. Unfortunately, there isn't. At least that I have not found yet.
Oh, good day.
I think all the chores around the farm are done, and we are ready to welcome visitors.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
You've done well helping me out, and I think the farm is ready for the market. The tools are put away, the weeds pulled, the scarecrows out, and the flowers planted. I can't think of anything else to do. Please let Albion know the chores are done. Yay, chores are done. For Milo. Now we get to go do the fun part. Yay. With Nibs and Hal Gamgee. If you're careful, it's not bad. It's not bad quest. But you have to be careful if you are under level. Not so much Nib's part, but Hal's part is where it really gets sticky.
Hello?
So, the farm is in a presentable state. We have been ignoring those charts for weeks. I'm impressed you got them done so quickly. I am too, really. Alright, so now we gotta help Nibs and Hal Gamgee. And part of the reason I put them off to last is because they're outside this area. So we have to go back down the hill. Back to Brockenburings, I believe is the name of it. So actually, let's ride a horse. My little Rohan horse. So I've gotten 21 gift mathams just from doing those quests. One at a time. I mean, that is a long quest line. I think I used some of them up too, so. Alright, so this is the main area. The stable master, the guy we were talking to earlier, Nod Gardner. But Nibs is up the hill. We have to go all the way up here. And if you've done the other quests, then it gives you the pointer to where he is. So Nibs Chubb, who's not a Gamgeek, but he's a Chub.
Gracious me, I need your help.
North Moors are a dangerous place. Not 2 days ago, I saw a wolf right on the border of our Oatbarton. I haven't heard naught like it since the fell winter, though I gather Hal over there might tell you one of his stories of stranger creatures. Now, my oat farm has been having troubles with locusts, and the bounders expect me to drive them off. Finding a lost cow or chasing off a fox is my business. I suppose you might have more of a mind for removing pests. The fields are east and northeast of here. If you can clear those locusts away from my crop, I would offer you a bit of coin. Also, keep on the lookout for anything else amiss in the fields. Key. Animals have been turning up dead all over Oatbarton recently. I've never had to worry this much in all my days of farming oats. But business has had a turn for the better of late, and the best crops only comes with the rain, or so my dad always says. Oh, and then you can get the quest.
Mercy me, will you hear me out?
If you're going to be tramping all around these parts and have a day's work to spare, I would ask a favor of you, Warden. Not 2 weeks ago, I got a letter from an enterprising hobbit in West Farthing. He said to me in this letter that he was in need of a large supply of oats, largest order I've ever seen, to be sure. I didn't take a liking to the idea right away, but what with the hard times and all, well, now I couldn't turn down his offer, even if I don't take too kindly to the name of Sackville Baggins. Leastways, the Baggins part of it. Queer tales, to be sure, are told about that family. If you have the time, I could use more hands to collect the oats from the fields east and northeast of here. I would get out there myself, but with all those nasty bugs, well, pardon my saying it, but your clothes look more to the task, what with being dressed for fighting and all. So the little hint there is that a particular Sackville Baggins has ordered a large supply of oats. I wonder why. Why would a Sackville Baggins need a bunch of oats? Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. And here we have a swarm of locusts. We're not the things to worry about, but we do have to get. They will, they have a Was it disease? Is it disease or something they give you? Ah, and the Locust Queen herself, who is quite a bit more handy. If you find you cannot get a Locust Queen, if you cannot defeat the Locust Queen, there's something even worse. So, it is one of those things that you might need to level a few levels before you come back to it. If you can't handle the Locust Queen. Or get some food. Food helps. Alright, so oh yes, while we're here, even if you get all the locusts out, there is a part of the quest line that you're supposed to find anything amiss. Well, the first time I did it, I was like, okay, locust, 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 oats, 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 locust, locust, locust. What on earth is this guy talking about? Drove me nuts. Well, his house is there. So if you follow this line of fence, there is a deer here and a starving white mane, which you have to defeat. And then you found something amiss. Yay. Do I want to go this way? Sure. And the locusts love to get behind you. This is where move to use really comes in handy. Where is that thing? No, no. I don't usually hunt this field, so I'm a little bit... Ah, Locust Queen. Where is you? There you are. You're hiding. This is why I have names on. Because I'm very bad at finding things. Okay, so one more swarm and 2 more locust queens, and I gotta get that off. Locust queen. I need to find one more queen, and then we'll be done. Kiss queen. There's 2 of them in this pasture. I am going to make you come to me. Come here. Come here. Because if you get near the swarms, they actually just follow you around constantly.
Dear me, what do you want?
Did you get the oats? Wonderful. I will have the bales sent to Hobbiton right away. I wonder what he could be wanting such a large amount of oats for. I gather he's got enough now to supply a large party with bread for a month, though I doubt he could get at the guests. But it's not my business to pry into others' affairs. Mm-hmm. Keep. Hint, hint.
Oh, mercy me!
You cleared out the locusts, and that's well and good, but I am very worried about those wolves you saw prowling my fields. Insects eating the crops are a nasty enough business, but wolves on my land is something else.
Gracious me! I need your help.
This whole affair is just like one of those old tales Hal Gamgee tells. Most of the hobbits in these parts don't heed much of what he says. I think he spent one too many nights under the stairs, and that could play queer tricks on any decent hobbit. All this talk has gotten me to thinking, though. You should see Hal about these wolves. He might know a thing or two. Not 2 weeks ago, he came to my door with the story of a giant wolf northeast of Oatbarton. Mayhaps you will speak with him. You might find him near the town's center. So we've done the Nibs part of it, but now we got to do the Hal Gamgee part. Also, if you are finishing up the deed for harvest flies, this is a good place for harvest flies. Though Bree has the hardest harvest flies to find. Alright, Hal Gamgee and is trying to talk Balbo Brockhouse's ear off. And he's not having any of it. He's just gonna eat his apple.
Is there something I can do for you?
Herds of elk have been coming down from beyond the north bounds more and more. They have to be running from something. Many of 'em are spoke to the point I can't even notch my bow before they're deep in a thicket. It's the elk that are bringing the wolves across the Brandywine. I saw a big white one, stalking the elk in the woods north of here, but he ran off as soon as he spotted me. I tried hunting the wolves, but they're smarter than most game. I gather you'll have to take down that big wolf to scatter the pack. If the wolves are hunting elk, I'd reckon a flank of elk meat could lure the big one out. A herd of young griswa... Let me try that again. A herd of young greensward hind is usually grazing in the old orchard in the north of Oatbarton. You should try hunting there for the elk meat. Okay. Collect elk meat. Also, since we've been killing a whole bunch of weird stuff, we're going to...
Can I help you find something, friend?
Lock those, because I will use them. If you're max rep, you can't use them, and you can't sell them, and you can't do anything with them. So, you know. It's kind of best to hit North Cotton before you get max rep with the Matham House. So let's use them. And I got 16,100 reputation with the Matham Society. Yay. Okay, I need to collect some elk. Elk. Shall we stalk the elk? I have good stalking skills. Okay. Let us ambush the elk. Yeah. Bring the elk meat to Hal Gamgee.
What do you need?
Have you found the meat yet?
Might I have a word with you?
This meat will do fine. Now all we need is to set the trap. Like I was telling the folk in town, I saw the pack up away northeast of here. If you head there, you should catch sight of some of the younger wolves, but the big fella won't be far away. The big wolf most likely will be hid up in a cave or hole near the pack. Leastwise, that's always how to tell the how all the good tales tell. You might try placing the meat outside the cave to lure him out. You should not try to use all the meat, though. I wouldn't mind a few strips of fried elk for lunch. I wouldn't either. I would like that. No, I don't really need. I usually get the pocket items because they give you more cash when you sell them. Okay, so let's go find Bone Fang. This is the guy we have to worry about. If you can slay Bone Fang, you're doing good. We're going to try to avoid that guy and get this gold. I need gold way more than I need you, and I'm not gonna chance it right now. Okay. Oh, more gold. I has gold. Wait, there's spiders up here. Spider. Spider. Okay, so this is where having red dots on the map really helps. Because then you can kind of, get your way through and get over there. Otherwise, you got to fight the whole way through over to the den. And the den's way over there. So, it's a long ways. If you go up the road, there's a lot of wolves in the way. So you have to kind of skirt around the outside of the place. Okay, so there's a few here. And it's kind of good to get them cleared out first. So we'll go ahead and try to get some of these wolves out of the way. In fact, it might be good to eat something. Come here. Come hither. Am I at the right... I'm not at the right den. And the reason I know this is because there is a thing I'm supposed to actually put the stuff on. Sneak, 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 sneak. Yep, here it is. Okay, so in order to draw him out, we have to put the stuff on the rock. As you can tell, there's a lot of wolves here. And before you know it, you have a bunch of them. Now, I'm not really worried about Tiger Ruby, but I'm just doing this cautiously so you can see who pulls in case you ever get up here under level. Alright, so we've got it cleared, and we need to do this now because they'll respawn very quickly. Alright, here comes Bone Fang. 2,600 health. Twice what we've ever encountered up to this point. Alright. So, that is Bone Fang. And now we have to go back to Hal. At some point, when we're not limping because of a wolf. Can we go this way? Please let me go this way. I would like to go this way. Rich gold, I will take, thank you. And I think there was some heavy yew branches, and that spider's going straight for it. Oh, good, it turned. This is why I make my explorers the people who I level the most, because I always need wood and ore. Hal Gamgee.
Hello.
What a story this will make! What with wolves crossing the Brandywine and sturdy folk driving them off, I will have to get old Ronald in Dwelling to write me a letter to my cousin Sam to tell him all about it. You know who Sam is? His cousin. Finish.
Could I take a moment of your time?
With the wolf gone, the road to Dwelling is now clear. This is good news because many come from Dwelling, usually come down for the market. They bring down their glassware and trade it for our produce. I'll be in North Cotton. Up at the North Cotton farm will want to know that we're ready down here and that the road is clear. So this is Oak Barton, and this is the last quest of the Oak Barton area. And from here, then you would go to Dwelling, which is a lot higher, a lot more mobs, and so it's kind of one of those places you have to kind of test the waters before you see if you can handle it. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Alright.
What do you need?
Everything is all set with Nibs. On the road to Old Barton is safe as well, you say? You have been busy.
Just a moment.
I cannot believe it is all done and ready. I was sure we would have to cancel. But not only are we ready to go, you've gotten us ready early. And we can now have our boar hunting spear. But these are usually very, very nice hobbit crafted hunting bow, proper walking stick, notch bounder's club, odd looking stone. But there's a lot of different things here for whatever your class is. These usually are the best weapons you can get at this level.
Might I speak with you a moment?
You have helped us greatly, and for that I am very thankful. I have one last thing to ask of you. The market will be opening tomorrow. I was hoping you would head up the road to Dwelling and let the hobbits there know that, thanks to some outstanding help, we are starting the market a little early this year. Just follow the road east from Oatbarton, and soon you will come to Dwelling. Find Hob Hilborough and let him know. So that is the last of the North Cotton farm. And we got 3 more gift mathams, which still haven't raised us past the next level of whatever friend we're on. But it's okay. Alright, so there's our new spear. And we're going to call it a day there, because I'm tired, and it's one of those days. So, from Celeste and all the gang, including our little Tiger Ruby here, I hope you have a great weekend and a great week ahead, and hopefully we'll be back next week. Bye!